Hi, friends. This is your pal, Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about American culture and we're going to talk about Sabrina Carpenter's Song of the Summer. I'm calling it. Song of the Summer has already arrived. It arrived in June, and I'm calling it, man. Song of the Summer is Sabrina Carpenter's Manchild. It is a banger, man. And I got this thing on heavy rotation. If you haven't listened, it's Sabrina Carpenter, Manchild. If you don't live in a cave, you've already heard it. It will be very easy to find it right here on YouTube. Just Google it and it'll come right up, right? Because it is definitely Song of the Summer. So it's a banger song. It's absolutely fantastic. I have it on heavy rotation. It's a really good song. All right. But there's something really interesting in the video, right? So I'm like, wait a second. So I'm watching the video, right? Because I got two eyes. And Sabrina Carpenter is in the video, and she's smoking in 3 different parts of the movie. She's smoking a cigarette. And I'm like, what? Wait, what? Because this is Sabrina Carpenter video. Like, they know this thing's gonna make Sabrina Carpenter is one of these new pop stars, an icon, right? A pop icon, right? An idol. An idol, right? That's why they called it American Idol. She is an American Idol, right? She is just like a huge star, and she can go on these tours, and these tours make hundreds of millions of dollars now, right? Taylor Swift, but like tours have been huge for a long time. I don't know if you know this, but tours are bigger than ever. They make bank on tours. There's a ton of money in tours. So she's making huge amounts of money, right? So nothing goes in these videos without extreme intention, right? So the moment I saw, I was like, she's smoking a cigarette? What? Like, I thought young people didn't smoke anymore. And I'm not wrong. Young people do not smoke. Do not smoke. They vape, right? So it's not like they're all became pure little angels, right? Like they vape, right? And smoking is dead. So here's what I've heard. Smoking is done. Ain't no kids today smoking. It ain't cool, right? And so they're like, nope, I ain't doing that, right? The other thing is alcohol is out. And again, these young people, they ain't, this is not, now, of course, I'm talking college age, 18 and up, adult, but not younger than adult. I'm talking adults, but young. And not even young adults, 18 plus, okay? So college age kids, right? I know, actually, college age people, right? There you go. Okay, I want to make it super clear what I'm talking about here. All right, so and so they don't smoke and they don't drink, and one of the reasons why, again, both of these are just super old fogey crap now. No young people are smoking cigarettes, and no young people care about alcohol. Now, again, they ain't taking the nuns path, right? None of these people are going into convents, right? They are doing stuff. They are using recreational substances, but they do not care about alcohol. It's just considered an old fogey habit now. Nobody cares about alcohol, right? And they certainly don't care about cigarettes. They just don't smoke, right? They vape, and then they do a whole bunch of other substances, but no alcohol and smoking. It's done, right? So I was like, wait a second, what? Why is that there, right? And so then immediately I'm like, okay, what's the reason? What's the root cause here, right? And so I think a lot of people would say, oh, she's getting paid. I don't think that's the case. I do not think Sabrina Carpenter is cashing a check from any tobacco company. I don't think that's the case, right? And the reason why is it's just she's so big. I think it would be hard to get. I just don't think tobacco would think that way, right? It doesn't ring true to me. Okay, so that's all there, right? And I'm like, nope, that's not, no, we're not, I don't think that's the reason, right? So then why is it there, right? And so here's the reason why I think this is there, okay? It is about cool, right? So this is becoming very weird. It is very difficult to make yourself edgy, right? And I think Sabrina Carpenter wants to do that, right? She's like, oh, I'm a bad girl, right? I get it. I get the image. It makes sense, right? When kids aren't attracted, they're not attracted to somebody without edge, right? Or actually, young people are not attracted to somebody without edge, right? and she's like not a rock star. She's American Idol, right? And Elvis, like hip gyration, like all of them, they need something to set them apart and say, hey, you can't invite me to church, right? Like, I'm edgy, black leather jacket, like, and so that's it, right? But you're like, wait a second, Scott, you just said that cigarettes aren't cool anymore. They weren't. They weren't. They weren't. They weren't because they were like, hey, this is old people stuff, right? But now, right, it actually has flipped. So one, that what is not cool now? Vaping has never been cool. Vaping makes you look like a super dork, man. I think vaping has never been cool. Vaping appeals to no one, right? So that certainly wouldn't help you, right? So you couldn't vape in a video, and I think people are going to think you're cool, right? The other one is, what are you going to do, right? And here's the kicker, right? So Sabrina Carpenter's out there. She wants to attract young people as her audience, right? But she's not going so edgy that she wants to do. So then you're like, okay, well, previously, recreational substances, right? Well, first of all, 420 is done. 420 is no longer, if you do 420, you ain't cool, right? That, like, everybody's grandmother does edibles now. Like, it's nothing, right? I see all these, like, rap videos like, oh, I like 420. Who cares? You like the soccer mom who has a butterfly tattoo smokes 420. Are you kidding me? Like, this is ridiculous. It no longer, if you do 420, you suck, right? You're not cool, right? You just do 420. It is not cool in the least. Like, it is the most bog standard muggle soccer mom crap at this point. You are not going to get anybody to think, oh, are you doing 420? No, my grandma does that now. Not cool, right? So that's not going to work. And that is a huge freaking change, right? It used to be like, you want to be edgy? Oh, I'm 420, man. Nobody cares. Soccer mom with the butterfly tattoo in the minivan is 420ing like the moment she gets home. That is not cool, right? That is just bog standard muggle crap now, right? Like nothing, right? So then if you're going to go up from there, now you're actually talking some hard drugs, right? Like that's not like, and that's not going to help Sabrina, Sabrina Carpenter, like that. Like I remember little Xan, like, a few other people, like, people like, oh, I'm doing the hard stuff. And you're like, oh, whatever, like it, and even then it wasn't that cool, right? But what is cool? Well, the biggest thing that's cool is impractical. Impractical. And man, oh man, is smoking impractical, right? It makes you stink. It costs a fortune, right? It kills you. Like, it is outrageously impractical, right? And then, and I have to say, impractical, genuinely, and that's another reason that 420 is now considered quite practical. Everybody, oh, I got a glaucoma. Oh, my knees hurt. Oh, whatever. Like, it's just a tool. It's not cool. Like, 420, and this is a huge change, because when I was coming up, oh yeah, man, you're super cool. You're super edgy doing 420. Now people are like, no, you are not. Move on. Next, right? Like, it is not a thing. That is a huge cultural change, right? And I think this is why Sabrina Carpenter chose to do this in this video, is this is outrageously impractical. And I hate to say it, I have never smoked in my life. I have no desire to smoke. I think there's no, I think only young people have any pressure to smoke. Like, once you're 30, like, you're not like, oh, I'd like to start smoking. No, like, only you got to be a ridiculous young person, fool, to even start smoking, right? And I think that's the only people who do. Young people, 18 and above, of course, right? But it's a ridiculous. But here's the kicker: it is cool, right? Like, and one of the things, like, it's like it wafts around, it makes clouds, like. There's different way, like Gandalf did it, like, it is genuinely, like, and I think people are like, oh, vaping sucks. Like, yeah, we're all gonna vape, right? Like, because we need to, like, we're gonna vape in our cars on our lunch break, whatever. But nobody thinks it's cool, right? Whereas smoking is incredibly impractical and incredibly classic and incredibly traditional, and genuinely qualifies as cool without all the heavy burden you would get from hard drugs, right? Like, so I actually think Sabrina Carpenter put it in her video because smoking is back, right? Back as cool, right? And one of the reasons why is 420 is not. If you 420, you are not cool. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider liking, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.